Life insurance policies fall under two main umbrellas: permanent life policies and temporary life policies. Permanent life policies don't end, which means that once you pay for the policy, you'll have it forever. Temporary life policies last for a set amount of time and end during the policyholder's lifetime. A type of temporary life policy is a term policy. Digging a little deeper into term life insurance, if you die during your set term, your beneficiary or family member would receive death benefits. But if you don't die during that term, your policy just ends. You will no longer have to pay premiums, but you'll also no longer have life coverage. This leads me to a big question that a lot of people have. What happens after my term is over and I'm still here? As previously mentioned, term life insurance only covers the policyholder for a set period of time. These periods usually come in lengths of 10, 20, or 30 years. These options allow you to choose the term period that best fits your circumstances. For example, say you're a single mother of 3 kids and working full-time. Your youngest child is currently 4 years old, so you estimate that they'll be completely out of the house, done with college, and supporting themselves in 20 years, give or take. Until that time, however, you are the primary breadwinner, the only barrier between your children and monetary crises. You will be depended on for years to come, and your children could face extreme financial distress if you passed away. In order to cover the period of time where your children would be most endangered by your death, you buy a 20-year term life insurance policy with a death benefit of $500,000. What this means is that if you die sometime within the next 20 years, your children will receive a check for $500,000 from the insurance company to support them after your passing. However, should you outlive those 20 years, there will be no payout, and you'll receive no return of premiums. At that point, what you paid for is the comfort of knowing that if something happened, they'd be okay. You paid for the insurance company's potential services. Since many young families purchase term life policies to provide for their growing families should a breadwinner pass, they may not require any more coverage once their policy expires. With their dependents all grown up, they might be off the hook. However, that may not always be the case. They still might be most comfortable knowing that when they die, their children or beneficiaries will get something to help them in their absence. If that's the case, there are a few other options out there to consider. Every 5 years you have a term life policy, it's good practice to look into the following. Purchasing a new term policy could be an option for an individual who is still relatively young and healthy at the expiration of their policy. The premium cost could go down if you need a lower death benefit at that point in your life. However, something to keep in mind is that insurance companies might require a medical exam before you can purchase a new term policy. If this happens, you will be hit with a rate increase because you are older and more likely to die. And assuming you've developed some health issues or conditions due to aging, you could have more fees folded into the premium to cover those conditions. Term coverage may work at a certain point in your life. However, if you need continued coverage, converting your term life insurance policy into a permanent policy, like a whole or universal life policy, is an option. You may be able to convert some or all of your coverage into a permanent insurance policy if you act quickly enough at the end of your term. You may pick this option for a few reasons. Typically, converting a plan from a term to a permanent life policy means that you won't have to go through medical underwriting. Medical underwriting is a kind of health-focused background check that insurance companies undertake to assess the risks of taking you on as a client. If you raise any red flags during underwriting, your per-month bill might go up significantly, or you could be denied coverage completely. If you can skip the underwriting process altogether, chances are that you'll continue to have coverage at a decent price. Converting your life insurance from term to permanent life is basically just upgrading your coverage so it lasts until you die. This will help your family afford all the costs created by your absence whenever your death does take place, replacing lost income, paying for a child or grandchild's education, paying off your mortgage, settling your debts, etc. In the United States, funeral costs average between $7,000 and $8,000. Therefore, a final expense policy may be the best option to go for at the expiration of your term life policy. Final expense policies are designed to ensure that you don't burden your family with significant end-of-life expenses, like the cost of your burial plot, for example. Because final expense plans are intended to cover the immediate costs associated with your death, they have smaller payouts and can't be used to replace lost income. Buying a final expense plan after a term life policy ends could be the better option for older individuals because no medical exams are required to be approved for coverage. However, since the insurance company is taking on more risk, you will pay higher premiums. There's give and take in all aspects of life insurance, so you'll need to be well educated on your options in order to select the best choice for your situation. The point here is this: other options exist if you've outlived your term coverage. However, your options become more limited the longer you wait to make a plan and get your life insurance in order. That's why it's so crucial to begin speaking to your insurance agent early. Build that relationship now, become informed on what's available, and get yourself covered. If you want one of our friendly licensed agents to help you with your life insurance, give us a call at 888-539-1633. We're so happy to help, and our services won't cost you a penny. As always, if you're interested in empowering yourself and taking control of your situation, subscribe to our channel and put more health, life, and financial tips on your radar. Thanks, everyone!